Hi everyone, my name is Isai and I am your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Transition Eve. Happy Transition Eve. So if you don't know what that means, today, January 31st, 2001 is the last day to order anything from the Fall Winter Catalog 2020-21. So if it looks like this, today's the last day. Tomorrow the brand new catalog comes out, and I thankfully have a copy here on my desk, which I didn't prep awkwardly enough, but here we go. The new catalog starts tomorrow, and this one focuses on spring and summer. So if this is your first time ever buying from Scentsy or transitioning, basically fall winter focuses on scents that you would normally find during fall winter. So it's very heavy on spice, bakery, it's heavy on wood smells, not so much on citrus, floral, fruity, or fresh. Everything's very much focused to coziness and prepping for the holidays. Summer and spring, as you know, it's time to be outside trying to get a tan. I mean, not me, obviously, because I don't need a tan. But picnics, pools, swimming in the oceans, vacations, fingers crossed. That's what this is celebrating. And so it's very much focused on fresh scents, like it's doubled in amounts compared to the fall, winter. Citrus are back in style once again, which I'm so excited because I absolutely love citrus scents. Fruities are in full bloom once again. Florals are out here as well. Bakery, not so much. Spice, when I'm telling you spice is overlord, 10, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. There are 17 current scents in the spice category for fall, winter. For spring, 2. Just 2. Because who's trying to be out here looking like spicy during like the summer and the spring seasons? And woods is also like a quarter the size of what it is right now. So if you are a fresh, fruity citrus person, this new catalog, which starts February 1st, tomorrow, is for you. I'm a combination of the two of them. I really enjoy spice and bakery. So fall, that is my season as well. When it comes to summer and spring, citrus and fruity are my go-tos. And so I'm hogging a lot of this. As you can see, like I've already stocked up on like a lot of the ones that are leaving this season. And there's a whole other shelf that's higher up beneath me. You can't see it. But I'm stocking up because the cool thing is you don't have to wait to like grab all the scents that you want, and even you can warm whatever you want whenever you want. This is completely up to you. But this is all rambling, doesn't really matter, blah blah blah. Today what I really want to cover is the scents that are leaving this catalog season today. So order them while you can. A lot of scents are already selling out or have sold out already. The only way to guarantee that you will get these bars is by adding them to your Scentsy Club. And if you don't know what a Scentsy Club is, it's basically a subscription-based service that Scentsy offers either on a monthly, bi-monthly, or quarterly basis. Unlike other subscriptions, you aren't tied to this contract. There's no contract. So it's not like, oh, you have to keep it in for a year. No. You can do a 1-month thing and never do it again. That is completely okay. And Scentsy is down with it. The one of the best perks is always get my bar. So if a lot of these scents, and I'm going to actually go through a few that I'm really sad are leaving and are currently in my club. If you keep them in your Scentsy Club, you will forever get them as long as they're in there. But as soon as you remove them, then there's no chance of getting them back. And it's great because once you reach a certain threshold, you start getting savings. So that you save 10%, which adds up, and you get a free 50% off item. So it can be anything. For me personally, I use my 50% off item on a Whiff Box. Whiff Box are Scentsy's monthly themed scent boxes. So you pay $30, but you get a minimum of $30 worth of full-size products. They're not samples and little knickknacks. It's full-size items worth minimum $30. You also get samples in there, but they don't count that as toward the value of the item. So you honestly get around $45 worth of products sometimes, which is really great. I find to be a huge value, which I absolutely love. Like the last box, we got a whole Scentsy soak, which is like Epsom salts and fragrance and signature scents. That costs like $12, I think. That's already half the box, and I paid 50% on the box. So I paid $15 just for this, bars, a whole bunch of testers, and what I love is that it actually comes with a sneak preview of next month's scent of the month, which is really awesome. And so I'll be reviewing that also later. But let's get in. I'm already like 5 minutes into the show, and I still haven't even talked about what we're talking about. So I'm going to go through the scents that are leaving this quarter and the ones that I'm really sad that are going to be going away this quarter. The one last quarter today. Today's the last day, and I'm kind of sad that I won't be able to purchase them whenever I want. But that's the way Scentsy is, and that's okay. So the first category, like I mentioned, is spice. So currently the scents that are leaving are Apple and Cinnamon Sticks, Autumn Hearth, Autumn Sunset, Blood Orange Spice, Christmas Cottage, Cedar Mill. I'll talk about all the ones I like at the end. Cinnamon Bear, Cloven Cinnamon, Cozy Fireside, Dancing Sugar Plums. Basically, the entire collection is leaving. Farm Stand Pumpkin, First Day of Fall, Homestead Holiday, Maple Apple Bourbon, Perfect Pumpkin Pear, and Pumpkin Cinnamon Roll. The only one that is staying from the current spice collection is Welcome Home. So that's going to still be in the catalog coming tomorrow. But yeah, so what am I sad about that's leaving? Well, I like it, but I'm not at it. It's not club worthy. Cider Mill, it's sort of like a overspiced apple cider. So basically the notes are apples, pumpkin, and spices. It's a really nice scent. It actually is pretty heavy on the spices. Scentsy released a limited time offer where you can see it right here, the dish soap and counter clean. And it was really popular. I bought like 3 bundles. I just finished one just now. It's amazing at cleaning. The scent's really phenomenal. It's light. It's very, very fall. And so if you're thinking of like, I don't know if you used to do this when you were younger. I used to go, when I lived in California, I used to go on field trips, on day trips. And we would go to a place called Apple Hill in Northern California. And it's just acres and acres of apples and pumpkins. And you could pick apples, you could eat them or whatever. And it reminded me of that smell of being outside, picking apples, going through a corn maze, picking out pumpkins to take pictures with, like the whole thing. It's such a great feeling. But it's just fine. It doesn't bring me immense joy and happiness, but I really do enjoy it. The one I am missing that's going to be sad is Maple Apple Bourbon, and I have it right here. So it's, open up. You really get that maple syrup. If you've never had maple syrup, it's like a rich, extra version of pancake syrup. Like, you can't compare. Like, maple syrup, it's very, very thick, and it's very rich. Also very expensive because you have to tap the trees and get the sap and then boil it and reduce it, and it's just a lot of work. So it's very expensive. So if you don't buy it very often, I don't blame you. Like, it's expensive. So the notes for this is juicy red apple, rich maple, and splash of bourbon. I've never had bourbon. I've never even smelled bourbon. But apple, I love apple scents. And the maple on here, it's almost like a baked apple from the oven. Just freshed out. All the spices hit you. The richness, the caramelization of the maple syrup. And then there's like that sort of like strong, powerful, like not bitter, I guess. I don't know. I've never had bourbon. I can't even tell you what bourbon smells like. But I'm assuming that base note is the bourbon I'm smelling. And it's so good. I absolutely love this smell. It's in my club. I only have 1 bar because it's a smell I really enjoy, but I don't necessarily need to have it a lot all the time. So, I forgot the name. Maple Apple Bourbon is something that I'm going to be missing. I hope it comes back because I really enjoy it. But it's in my Scentsy Club, so I'll get it. I'll keep getting it. Next category is bakery. Bakery, absolutely love bakery scents. They, it's a lot of like pastry and sugar and butter and spices. Not like spicy as like the spice section, but spicy in a different way. And so they're very complementary, so you can mix the two of them. But I absolutely love bakery. So scents that are leaving: apples and oats, breakfast in bed, brownie butter, candied cranberry pecan, hug in a mug, pumpkin roll, and stroopwafel delight. Thankfully, the ones I really absolutely love, which are apple cherry strudel. It's still continuing in the catalog, which is not leaving, so it's not in here, but it's an absolutely amazing smell. It's Granny Smith apple, cherry, and a vanilla drizzle. It's literally like a cherry strudel. Apple cherry strudel. Delicious, amazing. But the one I'm sad that's leaving is actually Breakfast in Bed. Breakfast in Bed was a brand new scent that released for this catalog season. It sold out like that for about a month when it came out in August. September is when it started to finally trickle back in. So it was a very, very hot scent when it first released. Hopefully popular enough to come back for the next catalog. We won't know until July if it is coming back, because August is when the new fall. We haven't even finished, and the new one's already coming out in like 6 months when the new catalog comes out. So hopefully it comes back. It's pumpkin pastry filled with black raspberry and cinnamon drizzle. I'm actually surprised it's not in the spice category, because it is definitely spicy. You get that, you get the pumpkin spices, you get the cinnamon drizzle, and I don't necessarily get the black raspberry, but I get the spiciness of the pastry. It's absolutely delicious. Some people have classified it as maybe like a spicy oatmeal. I don't get the oatmeal out of it, but it's really stuck in there. Come on, buddy, you can do this. It doesn't matter. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm so glad that I bought like 7 bars. Like I bought like I had some already, and I got a 6-pack, and I have like 2 of them in my Scentsy Club. So every 2 months I'll be getting it. So I think I'm set. Even when it comes back, I think I'll be good. But yes, Breakfast in Bed, absolutely delicious. Super sad that it's not coming back for this catalog season, but it makes sense. This is not a summer spring scent. All right, so for fresh, the scents that are leaving are, I've scribbled it out, as you can see, so I know who's leaving and who isn't. So I've done such a good job that I can't even do it. So yeah, so we definitely have Cozy Cardigan leaving, Eskimo Kiss, Snow Over It, Perfect Peppermint, Silver Bells, Slay All Day, Vanilla Mint, and I couldn't even tell you what the other one is. It's something snow. I got you. Give me a second. Best in Snow. They're fine. Like, I'm not really a fresh person. I have to be I'm very selective about the scents that I like. I mean, I definitely will do a video about my favorite scents of all time, but nothing in the fresh collection caught my attention. The majority of them are coming back for the current catalog season, so the ones that I did like, I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, so hopefully if you found something you liked from that collection, add it to your Scentsy Club, because they're leaving. Woods. Woods is the next category. I'm not really a woods person either, because I live in the Pacific Northwest right now, and we have woods everywhere and trees. Like, I'm not trying to bring what's outside into my house. I want something that I can't get all the times. So since they're leaving, Around the Campfire, Be Merry, Cedar Cider, Christmas Cactus, Cranberry Garland, Evergreen and Grapefruit, Ice Pine, Just For You, Pretty in Plaid, Saddle Up, Very Snowy Spruce, and Weathered Leather. No. No thanks. None. The only one is Cedar Cider, and you probably guessed it, it's the cider piece that got me. So Cedar Cider is apple, cinnamon sticks, vanilla bean, and white cedar. So it's very much an apple and spice scent with that base note of like woodsiness. And like, I really enjoy it. I usually warm it in the bathroom because it has like that fall scent, but also it has like that really forest smell, so it covers up any smells you may have like dropping the kids off at the pool. And it's just really nice. It's very gender neutral. And it's just, I really enjoy it. How much do I enjoy it? Well, let me tell you. I have one bar. Well, actually I have 3 bars. And I've only used 2. So I like it, but it's not an everyday thing for me. So I'm not actually sure why I added it to my Scentsy Club. I think it's just because I did enjoy it and I wanted to have it in case I wanted to. But I only have 1 bar in my Scentsy Club. But yeah, Cedar Cider. Get it if you can. It's nice. All right, so for Fruity, Fruity is very small because that wasn't the focus of this catalog. Scents that are leaving: Autumn Road Trip, Caramel Apple Craze, Honey Pear Cider, Snowberry, Snow Kissed Cranberry, Very Merry Cranberry, and Winterberry Apple Tea. This collection, even though it's very small, has the most scents I like that are leaving, oddly enough. And it's only 2. So Caramel Apple Craze and Winterberry Apple Tea. Caramel Apple Craze, it's like a little caramel apple. So it's like the caramel on the outside. Open up. And then you have the red apple on the inside. So off the bat, when you open it, you get that crisp apple smell. Like, it's just right there. And then the more you smell it, you start getting all the caramel sugar and like the syrup, and you start getting, what's the base notes? Yeah, and it says caramel, red delicious, apples, and vanilla. It's literally exactly what it sounds like: apple dipped crunch. Absolutely delicious, and I love it because the apple smell is so strong. It comes out, and then you get like the tail end with the caramel. So good. I have 7 bars, and I have 2 in my Scentsy Club, so I'm not gonna be running out anytime soon, thankfully. But such a nice smell. I absolutely love it. My second favorite, my absolute favorite from the entire catalog collection, Winterberry Apple Tea. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's winter tea, cranberry, apple, and honey. I told you, I love apple scents. And the combination of the apple with the berries and the honey. And I love tea as well. I had a collection of like over 50 different teas at one point. Like, I love tea. It's so good. It's like, it's literally like an apple tea. But it's crisp and tart from the apple, from winter apples, and then you have like the bitterness, sourness of the cranberries, but then the honey sort of at the very end sort of cuts that bitterness and brings the sweetness right back. And the tea, it feels heartwarming, it feels cozy, it feels like it's snowing outside and you just want to be cozy up with a blanket, maybe with a fire. I don't have a fireplace. A book. This is it. Absolutely delicious. It came out in the scent pods, which I have here. I realized I only had like 3 in my current stash, so I bought 3 more. It's so good. It's so good. I'm so sad. But historically, it has been coming back consistently since it was released. So I hope that keeps happening. But I don't know. Once these things leave, there's no guarantee they will return in the fall. So if you like something, you need to either order it now or you need to put it in your Scentsy Club. Because if you don't, there's a good chance you may have a heartbreak story. And I don't want that for you. They also released it and the Scentsy Soak, which I also love. So I do it once in a while because I don't only have a few bags, and it was a limited time release also. Ugh. So I love this smell. Absolutely my favorite. Also leaving from the citrus collection, and it's the only one because all the citrus that are currently in the catalog are going to transition over to the next one. Dumbo's Citrus Circus. I'm sad. I'm really sad because this is the first Disney scent that I smelled that I was like, yes, off the bat. So I've smelled all the Disney smells that have come out in this catalog, and I was like, ugh, no. Limited edition also included. I was like, y'all need to do better. But this is the first one that on cold, I was like, absolutely. And then when it warmed, I was like, absolutely. Yes, ma'am. It's so good. And it's leaving. Why is it leaving? Why? I have 8 bars now. It's so good. So I also bought like a whole bunch of scent packs because I need this scent. I have like 6 or 7. And they're all mine. And I'm going to keep them. And I'm not going to, if people ask, I'll be like, sorry, I don't have any for sale. Because I don't have inventory on hand. This is all my personal stuff. Like, mine. For me to use. But this, Dumbo's Citrus, it's not citrus, it's Dumbo's Circus Parade. I love the smell, but I don't even know the name. So it's sweet clementine, creamy peach, fresh mango, and vanilla bean. All things I love to eat. But obviously, because it is a citrus smell, you get the clementine. That is the smell that comes out. And the mango definitely is there. And peaches aren't like very strong, so it's like very tail end. But yeah. Clementine and mango. That's what I get. I forgot I had mango in it. So good. If you have the chance. This is sold out. You can't buy it anymore. The only way to get this is through adding it to your Scentsy Club. Add it to your Scentsy Club. Add 2 bars. Get your club. If you don't like it, take it out. Or get 1. Even if just 1, special occasion. Oh, yes. Dumbo Circus Parade. Absolutely amazing. Love, 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 love. The next thing I wanted to go through with you are actually the oils for our diffuser system. We have a few. Thankfully, only a few are coming back. The only thing with our oils is that they do not coincide at all with what we have in the waxes. They're a very different line completely. And they don't match whatsoever. So if you're trying to be like, oh, I want Winterberry Apple Tea and oil, that doesn't exist. You will not find what the oils are in our wax collection, which is okay. It's I like that it gives me options, because then it's like, why would I do the oil if I could just do the wax? So there you go. So smells that are leaving. It is, yeah, I did, like I said, I marked it so well I can't even read my own handwriting. But basically we have, you know what, let me just open the box. So cedarwood and pine, cardamom and vanilla, ginger, tea, and lime, chamomile violet, velvetier, vetiver, and sandalwood. We have red currant raspberry, grapefruit blood orange, sea salt and grapefruit, and marshmallow buttercream are all leaving. A lot of these are already sold out, actually. So unfortunately, unlike the bars, you can add them to your Scentsy Club and get them. But once the catalog ends, you can't get them anymore. They're not going to keep sending them to you. So get them while you can. The smells that I am super sad that are leaving are sea salt and grapefruit. So I've already, this is the tester size. This is only 5 milliliters. A normal sized oil container. So this is marshmallow, another one that I love. Marshmallow buttercream. This is the tester that I've been using to like demonstrate to people. This is the real size. 15.5. So this is the size that a lot of our limited time offer scents, like the Valentine's Day collection, 5 milliliters. Unfortunately, they don't sell it in the 15. So if you want to get the same amount, you have to get 3 of the little ones. But yeah, I haven't even opened this one because I have another one that I'm using, and I don't want to open them because I'm scared they're not going to come back. But you have to use them. You can't hoard things and not use them. I'm talking to myself. Because then, why did I buy it? It's not to look at. I mean, this looks pretty. Don't mind. Like, I can't lie. But I want to smell them. We'll see how long I last. But yes, so marshmallow buttercream. So it's part of it's like a bakery scent. Like, you get the creaminess of like marshmallow, like sort of like marshmallow whip. Marshmallow whip is not exactly like wow, but you get that sensation of like thick marshmallow, like before it settles, like the goopiness and the smell and the taste. I don't know if you ever made marshmallows, but it's a lot of fun. You get the buttercream frosting, so it's like you get that rich butter scent and like the powdered sugar. It's like frosting. It's literally like frosting. So the scents are marshmallow fluff, like I mentioned, whipped buttercream, and cozy vanilla. So if you love frosting, this is frosting. But yeah, like a rich, like maybe like an Italian buttercream, maybe Swiss, not American. Like, don't play. It's something that's very butter heavy. Yeah, 100%. Like I said, sea salt and grapefruit. I love grapefruit scents. Like, I love like grapefruit soda, squirt. I love a lot of our bars that have grapefruit. I love drinking Italian sodas that have grapefruit drinks and syrups in them. So I love a lot of the scents that have grapefruit, sea salt, and grapefruit. You get the grapefruit, it just comes out at you. It's like bam in your face. Yeah, 100% grapefruit is where it's at. Oh, love it. But then you also get like salt. So this is very much a Hispanic thing. So you might find it super weird. But like occasionally I like putting like a little bit of salt on my oranges because it just brings out the taste, and it just sweet and salty is a huge contrast. Like, not a lot. Like, we're not talking like we're trying to season French fries. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. It's like salt, a little bit, just like a sprinkle. So good. So basically, this if I can find it. Wow, I can't even find it. Here it is. So it's lime, grapefruit, and blood orange. And like some sea salt in there. But super delicious. Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading the wrong one. But I will get to that one. So it's sea salt, lemon, and grapefruit. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. It's very citrus. I love citrus. Absolutely good. I have a stuffed nose too, and I can still smell it, which is great. So what I did read was grapefruit blood orange, which is the orange and the grapefruit. Like I said, I love grapefruit. Not as strong because the orange is in there, so it cuts like the real strong notes of grapefruit. But you get the grapefruit, and then it's like, psych, flip around, you have your oranges. So good. It's very much a citrus smell. And if you don't like doing wax and you prefer to do oils, citrus smells will cut through a lot of kitchen like grease smell. Obviously, like people, they say use citrus to cut grease when you're cooking and cleaning and blah blah blah. Same thing. The smell, like if you're like you did frying, citrus will cut through it and just sort of calm it back down so you have a clean kitchen. The last smell that I'm super sad also leaving is red currant raspberry. Red currant raspberry is so red currants, raspberry, and star anise. Or star anise. I never know how to say that. I love it. I love raspberries, especially if like I see a lot of the stuff. I love them because I can relate to them. So in the Pacific Northwest, we, at least where I live, we have a lot of orchards, a lot of I actually don't know what it's called. like I call them bushes, but I mean of course they're bushes, but I don't know. It's not a field, but like you go and you pick your blueberries and your blackberries and your raspberries at your friend's house, and they just have rows and rows of bushes of berries that you can go pick. And so this reminds me of that, like picking fruit in the middle of summer. Yeah. I've never had currants, red currants, but it doesn't matter. I love the raspberry smell. It's super amazing. I have this in full size as well because these are testers. Like I'm not gonna be warming my tester, diffusing my testers. So I have the full size for myself. But yeah, it's leaving, and hopefully some of these smells come back because it would be such a great opportunity for you to be able to experience them yourself. But yeah, those are the things that I'm really sad that are leaving from this catalog. I will be reviewing all the new things that are coming out as I get them. Next video, 100%. I have all the bars for them because I got them in my tester kit. But I'm going to be reviewing all the brand new scents that are coming out in this catalog. Some amazing collections. Like Scentsy outdid themselves. And a lot of scents that are coming back that I'm excited about. So once again, today is the last day to order any of these products if they're not out of stock. Also put things in your Scentsy Club because this is something you're going to want to have in your collection. So you can order through me, through your own Scentsy consultant, whatever you want. If you have any questions, comments, comments, leave them below. Other than that, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.